Let us speak of shadows, the part of the soul that most fear, most hide from, yet the part that holds the deepest magic. I've spent decades walking the fine line between light and dark, between the known and the hidden, and I am here to guide you into the sacred practice of shadow journaling. But with a modern twist. Yes, my dears, we are witches of the old world, but we also type, swipe, and summon with artificial intelligence. The old ways meet the new ways, and in that convergence, you may just find the truest, rawest parts of yourself. So, let's begin. What is shadow journaling? Shadow journaling is the art of conversing with your shadow self, the part of you that whispers what society, etiquette, and your conscious ego would rather ignore. This is your rage, your envy, your impulses, your shame, your secrets. The parts of you that you hide in closets, under rugs, behind polite smiles. Jung called it the shadow, the repressed, unconscious parts of our psyche that shape us more than we realize. Ancient witches knew it too, though they called it communion with the underworld, with spirits, with the self we are not allowed to show. To embrace the darkness is to embrace the self in full, not to be consumed by it, but to understand, integrate, and transmute it into power. Shadow journaling is the modern grimoire for your psyche. You write to confront what frightens you, to witness your patterns, to witness the truths you hide. And now, we can summon AI to act as both mirror and provocateur, pushing you gently, or not so gently, into reflection. Why it's important. Why dance with shadows? Because shadows are not your enemies. Ignored, they fester, leak into your relationships, your choices, your health. Faced and understood, they become your allies, your familiars, your power. Shadow work builds resilience, self-awareness, and authentic confidence. It is not self-indulgent whining. It is soul-level excavation. It is alchemy. Chaos into clarity, pain into wisdom. And yes, it can be dark. It can be uncomfortable. You may laugh, you may cry, you may swear at yourself. That is good. That is the soul's exercise. Modern AI as shadow companion. Now, we enter a brave new world. AI can generate prompts that meet you exactly where your mind resists you. You type a phrase, a question, a nudge, and the AI spits back a reflection, a challenge, a mirror. You respond. You dig. You don't just write, you interrogate yourself. Think of AI as a clever, non-judgmental familiar. One that asks the questions you might never dare. One that reflects your fears, your desires, your contradictions, your brilliance. But beware, it will reveal what is there. The truth doesn't always wear a crown, it sometimes wears a scowl. The prompts. Here is a curated collection of prompts designed to awaken your shadow, suitable for AI or even self-reflection. You may modify them, twist them, make them your own. All of these prompts can be found in the description of this video. 1. What is a truth about myself that I refuse to admit, even to myself? 2. What triggers me most, and why does it resonate with my own shadow? 3. Which past actions do I feel shame for, and how have I hidden them? 4. What do I envy most in others, and what does that envy reveal about my desires? 5. If my anger could speak, what would it demand of me? 6. Which habits of mine are self-sabotaging, and why do I cling to them? 7. What am I afraid to lose, and why does that fear control me? 8. What parts of myself have I rejected because they are considered unacceptable? 9. How do I manipulate situations or people without fully acknowledging it? 10. What am I most dishonest about in my life, even to myself? 11. Describe a recurring negative pattern in my relationships. Who mirrors this pattern back to me? 12. If I could confront my inner critic as a person, what would they look like, and what would they say? 13. What does my ideal self look like, and which parts of me resist becoming that self? 14. What unresolved grief or anger still lingers, and how is it showing up in my daily life? 15. Describe a scenario where I betrayed myself. What did I learn, or refuse to learn, from it? Remember, these are not casual musings. These are portals. Each answer you write, whether in digital pixels or ink on paper, is a step deeper into yourself, transferring to your journal or book of shadows. Once AI generates responses, or once you have wrestled your thoughts into clarity, you must record them. Here is where the ancient wisdom meets modern practice. Physical journals. Prose, the tactile experience of writing connects the mind, body, and spirit. You can inscribe sigils, herbs, pressed petals, or wax seals. The physicality reinforces memory and integration. Cons, less searchable. Harder to organize if you want thematic or chronological sorting. Digital journals. Pros: easily searchable, copyable, and editable. You can incorporate AI-generated prompts directly, track patterns over time, even encrypt for privacy. Cons: less tangible, less ritualistic, more prone to distraction. Grimoire versus Book of Shadows. Technically, a grimoire is a book of spells in the Western tradition, often containing rituals, magical correspondences, and specific instructions. A Book of Shadows, BOSS, is more personal: your spells, your reflections, your shadow work, your magical diary. You can combine the two. Shadow journaling becomes part of your BOSS, which in turn informs your spell work and ritual practice. How to integrate AI work into your journal. 1. Begin each session with intent. Speak aloud, or type, "I invite truth. I invite shadow. I invite clarity." 2. Input a prompt into AI and read the response. Do not edit, do not censor. Let it challenge you. 3. Reflect. Rewrite, expand, or respond to the AI's words in your journal. 4. Mark key insights with symbols, stars, or sigils. These are your magical signposts. 5. Close with gratitude, for yourself, for the shadow, for the wisdom of the ages. Historical and psychological context. Humans have been doing shadow work long before the term existed. Ancient shamans, witches, and mystics would journey into the underworld, confronting spirits and fears to bring back knowledge. In mythology, this is the descent into Hades or the Night Sea voyage, facing monsters to emerge wiser. Psychologically, Jung emphasized integration of the shadow as essential for wholeness. To deny our darker aspects is to live a fractured life. Shadow journaling, in essence, is your personal descent into the underworld, without leaving your room, yet with equally profound consequences. Why embrace the darkness? You may wonder, why, oh wise witch, should I flirt with these disturbing parts of myself? Because hiding them does nothing. Suppression leads to projection, to compulsions, to patterns that sabotage your life. Shadow work is not about becoming evil, it's about becoming whole. It is liberation. And, frankly, it's exhilarating. There is a fierce joy in looking the monster in the eye and saying, "I see you. Now teach me." A few practical tips. Be consistent. Shadow work is not a one-off ritual. Make it regular, weekly or daily. Be kind. Witness the darkness without judgment. You are not doing this to punish yourself, you are doing this to know yourself. Protect your energy. After heavy sessions, cleanse your space, take a ritual bath, burn incense, or meditate. Record rituals and reflections in a way that honors your practice. Spellcraft and journaling are more powerful when documented. Closing thoughts. Shadow journaling with AI is the perfect synthesis of the old and new. You are a modern witch, invoking centuries of wisdom while using today's tools to pry open the mind and soul. This practice will unsettle you, challenge you, and, if done faithfully, illuminate you. Your shadow is not an enemy, it is your teacher, your guide, your familiar. Remember, magic is in the act, not the tool. AI is just the mirror, you are the witch. You hold the candle in the dark, the pen in your hand, and the courage to see yourself fully. So, go. Summon your shadow. Let it speak. Write it, weave it, mark it in your book of shadows. Embrace it, integrate it, and rise. And when you look back at your journal, your grimoire, your digital or physical record, you will see the truth shimmering through the ink, the pixels, the spells, the self. And you will know, this is power. This is freedom. This is you.